Now, as our COVID-19 cases rise, Governor Cooper says he hasn't ruled out any options, including a stricter stay-at-home order.
Our Capitol reporter Michael Hyland spoke one-on-one with the governor today. And Michael, this is happening as more and more people end up in the hospital.
Right. It set a new record on that in the state today. More than 2,800 people in the hospital due to COVID-19. I asked the governor what the next few months are going to look like, from impacts on businesses to schools. Governor Roy Cooper's latest strategy to combat COVID-19 calls for many businesses to close earlier, implementing an overnight curfew that'll last into the new year. I asked him about it Wednesday as thousands more people test positive each day. Do you think the curfew that you've put in place is enough, or are you considering going back to a stay-at-home order similar to what we went through in the spring?
We're keeping all of our options on the table. We have leveled off in the last 3 days. However, it's leveling off at numbers that are high.
Do you think more schools will need to go to remote learning?
We're leaving that option on the table to be able to have younger students in person, in school, and to be able to use revolving classrooms, some in person, some not in person.
He wants local officials to put civil fines in place for violating his executive orders. Some, like Greensboro, are doing that. Other communities have resisted, trying to focus on educating people or refusing to enforce his orders at all. With the politicization that's been in place surrounding this pandemic, how are you encouraging local governments to approach this, and why do you think they would get on board with putting additional penalties in place?
We need as many leaders who are setting good examples and also providing us as many tools as we can to make sure we're slowing the spread of this virus.
This week, people in North Carolina started receiving the first COVID-19 vaccinations. Coming up at 6, I ask him about the rollout of that and when he anticipates life here getting back to normal. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
Michael, thank you. So now we'd like to